Kelly from Cars by Christine here with you on a Technique Thursday to show off a beautiful technique called whitewashing and a extremely gorgeous card made by Carissa Alberts. So let me show you what we're doing today. I did not design this card. I was blown away with how beautiful it was and wanted to show it off to you and show you how it's done, but all credit is due to Carissa Alberts, who actually designed this card for a swap that Chris coordinated. So that's where this card came from. You may have seen it before. Chris showed off this card in the video about cork. So that's where this is from. So a couple of weeks ago, you can go back to Tip Tuesday with a whole bunch of tips about how to use the cork. If you have the cork or are interested in the cork, it is a wonderful product, really fun to use. So I'm going to show you how she whitewashed this and give you some tips about it along the way. So the cork on the side here, if you're looking to create this card, because this card is so beautiful, I am definitely going to be making one. But what we've got here for you is, let's see here, so 6, looks like we've got 6.5. Well, let's see here. Math is hard. So card base is 4 1/4 plus 2.5. So 4, 5, 6 3/4 scored at 2.5 of early espresso. Then we've got another piece over here. So this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 1 inch for this flappy piece over here, and we'll get to more about that. But essentially, the piece of cork that we're working with is 2 inches by 5 inches. Now, I'm just gonna use this scrap piece of cork that Chris already stamped on, and I'm not actually going to be making this card, although I do think I'm going to be recreating it in some way, shape, or form, because it is so very pretty. So you're going to take Whisper White, which is a craft stamp pad, and then you're going to bring in a sponge dauber, and you're going to daub on white onto this surface, and it's going to basically transform the look. And I'm only going to do part of it so that you can really see the difference. But it gives it an entirely new feel. Now, Chris did talk about this a little bit when she was doing the cork video. In general, whether it be this craft ink, whether it be sponge daubing or stamping, this surface, the cork, is really soft and pliable. So ink doesn't soak into it super well. So keep that in mind, especially this is a craft ink. So craft ink is more, what do I want to say? It's more gooey. I can't come up with a better word right now, but so it already takes longer to dry, but then you put it on a surface such as the cork and you really are kind of asking for trouble per se. So Carissa did say it takes a really long time to dry, so kind of keep that in mind. But also you can speed the process along by using your heat tool or heat gun to help it dry. So keep that in mind if this is something that you want to do. I'm just going to finish going down here. And it's a happy accident that I used this scrap because I love how this looks on the stamped image, and I'll bring it closer to the camera in just a minute. But you're just going to continue to layer this white craft ink on top until you get the desired look you're going for. And look at that. So it just has a completely different color and tone to it. And I don't know if this is going to dry to this more muted color. I'm anticipating that it might, because I'm guessing that this pigment's going to soak into the cork, which will kind of bring some of that cork hue out more. But I really love it. And like I said, look how that looks on top of the stamped image. So very cool. So that is how you can whitewash. Now keep in mind, obviously, we're using the cork paper here, but you can use white craft ink to whitewash anything. Even just our plain colored cardstock. It really just helps bring another hue into it by adjusting the color, by kind of muting it a little bit. And also it would look very beautiful on a lot of different patterns of our DSP. So really cool idea called whitewashing. And that's what Carissa did here. Now let's walk through the rest of the supplies and steps that compose this beautiful card. So we already kind of talked about the sizes of early espresso. So then we've got a standard mat of basic white at 4 by 5 1/4. We've got a 5 1/4 by 2 1/4 basic white here, as well as a 3 by 3 for basic white. So those are our basic white pieces. There's some scraps down here for the sentiment. But other than that, those are the pieces. And then this, the kind of focal image piece, then is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this as well. So she used the Welcoming Woods stamp set. I love the beautiful birches here. And on this card in particular, in kind of going with that white theme that we've got whitewash here, we've got the white in the background. She heat embossed these birch trees with white embossing powder, and not only does it give it a nice stark white look to it, but it also really gives some more dimension by that glossy look. She also stamped trees in what looks to me like evening evergreen. And I was trying to identify exactly what trees they are, and I don't know that I got it, because I saw when I opened it that there were some trees on the inside here. But I did bring over an assortment of different trees. So Carissa, if you're watching this and want to let us know what trees these are, that'd be great. But there's a lot of sets right now that actually have evergreen trees in it. So you absolutely can use what you have. But we've got Mountain Air has some really nice evergreens. Beauty of Friendship has some nice images that you could use for evergreens. You could even bring a couple of colors in here to kind of give it a little more depth. And then Perfectly Plaid also has an evergreen tree. So you can use that. And then the background, and I'm assuming either she used blending brushes or daubers, because she did use daubers over here. And that looks to me to be maybe some combination of Misty Moonlight. What other colors could that be? I really love the color scheme here. So I'm thinking we've got Misty Moonlight, maybe some Coastal Cabana, maybe, and just kind of a blend of those types of colors. Carissa, again, if you want to share with us what that is, I'm also in the meantime going to reach out to you, and then I'll put some of those details in the description as well. But great job, Carissa, on this beautiful card. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, and also sharing a new technique with us, and we love it. So let's send some love to Carissa for sharing this beautiful card. If you ever have any techniques that you try out and want to share with us how you did, how they turned out, please, we'd be more than happy to see what you've been working on, and definitely show off your beautiful creations as well. So yeah, that's the whitewash technique, as well as some tips and tricks about the cork paper. So I hope you have a wonderful Technique Thursday, and we will catch you tonight when Chris will be making some live cards with you.